Wisconsin lacrosse. Winner played tonight with a record of 4-2. And your Wheaton College Thunder. Entering play tonight with a record of 5-0. At this time, let's meet the starters. First for UW lacrosse. In goal, we're number 0, a sophomore from Racine, Wisconsin, Quinn Shannon. Number 2, a freshman from Lake Forest, Illinois, Ainsley Allen. Number 3, a sophomore from Waukesha, Wisconsin, Lauren Yass. Number 4, a sophomore from Owatonna, Minnesota, Sophie Amundsen. Number 5, a junior from Madison, Wisconsin, Katie Feller. Number 7, a sophomore from Savage, Minnesota, Natalie Jamiso. Number 9, a freshman from Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, Sydney Halstead. Number 13, a junior from Minneapolis, Minnesota, Caitlin Villars. Number 15, a freshman from Appleton, Wisconsin, Julia Smith. Number 18, a freshman from Oshkosh, Wisconsin, Ellie Leiter. And number 27, a junior from Franklin, Wisconsin, Tori Barnhart. The Eagles are coached by Jason Murphy. And now the starting lineup for your Wheaton College Thunder. In goal, wearing number 0, a sophomore from Tulsa, Oklahoma, Lauren Ketchum. Number 2, a sophomore from Castle Rock, Colorado, Nicole Wright. Number 3, a junior from Moreland, Ohio, Carney Blake. Number 4, a junior from Stowe, Ohio, Sarah Tomich. Number 5, a sophomore from Highlands Ranch, Colorado, Ava Graber. Number 13, a junior from Geneva, Illinois, Izzy McNally. Number 14, a senior from Santa Barbara, California, Bailey Wolf. Number 16, a sophomore from Minneapolis, Minnesota, Sarah Bakke. Number 17, a freshman from Sparta, New Jersey, Tori Sealand. Number 18, a freshman from Wheaton, Illinois, Sophia Lindquist. And number 28, a freshman from Round Hill, Virginia, Sarah Max. Wheaton is coached by Pete Felsky. At this time, we ask that you please rise and gentlemen remove your caps for the singing of our national anthem, performed this evening by the Wheaton College Women's Chorale.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good evening and welcome to Joe Bean Stadium here on the campus of Wheaton College for this women's soccer clash between the Wheaton Thunder and the UW Lacrosse Eagles. I'm Don Crowder alongside Justin Majeski here for this clash of the Titans here at Joe Bean Stadium, which is sure to be full of excitement and full of goals. Justin?
Yeah, and this, like you said, it's a clash of the Titans. Two teams coming first in their own conferences this past season. Wheaton with a 19-4-1 record coming off of a pretty strong run to the national tournament. And then the UW Lacrosse Eagles finishing 18-3-3. as I look at some of the stats in the seat in Wheaton starting 5-0 and the UW Lacrosse Eagles starting 4-2. I see a lot of strength on both sides. Two teams who are able to get a lot of goals, but I think one thing that I noticed just from quickly looking at the stats is, Wheaton holding opponents to very few goals, only conceding 2 in their past 5 games. In addition to that, Wheaton's taken double the shots as UW Lacrosse, so I think that's something that'll help the Thunder stand out in this game. But two teams we haven't seen a lot. They've only met twice before, in the overall record there being 1 win and 1 loss for the Wheaton Thunder. So 2 very evenly matched teams. The last time we saw them, UW Lacrosse won 2-1 in overtime. So Wheaton facing one of its harder matchups in the beginning of this season. So I'm excited to see how it starts out, Don.
Yeah, absolutely. Wheaton Thunder coming into this game 5-0, looking to preserve that undefeated record. Ranked number 6 in the nation, UW Lacrosse 4-2 on the season, doing very well in their respective games. And we're going to get this going right here if you're just joining us on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. I am Don Crowder with Justin Majeski as we get ready to kick this game underway. The sun slowly dipping down. It's been very bright here in Wheaton. Sun going to be a factor early on in this game.
Yeah, and sunset not going to be coming until after this first half, Don, probably around 7 o'clock here. But, as we start out this match, there's going to be a few key players that we're going to be looking to for the Thunder. So you can see there on the bottom right of your screen right now, number 5, Ava Graber, scoring 3 goals already this year. She's going to be one of those players to watch. In addition to Sarah Baki with 3 assists. So you have your goal scoring there and just the vision on Wheaton. So I'm excited to see this. Wheaton with 5 consecutive victories, the longest that they've had since their 2014 campaign where they ended 18-2-2. Very strong squad this year. I think that they'll finish strong if they can continue to keep putting on the performances they have in these past 5 games.
Eagles will start with the ball and play out of the back as Graber chases. We have Wheaton in the white jerseys, the Eagles in the maroon jerseys. And very quickly, ball played up front and now out onto the wing. Moving up, here's Smith on the wing, puts a ball in. It's a beautiful ball. Wright is there first, bobbles it out to Carney Blake, who's able to clear it away. Eagles fiery early in this game. Cross sent in. Villars is the target, sends it out wide. And Yass is going to lose it, dispossessed by Wright. Sealand, a chance to do something here for the Thunder, plays it up to Baki. Baki possesses, and now back to McNally. McNally out wide to Baki. Baki's got space in front. Steps over to the right. Cross sent in. That's Lindquist, and Lindquist is going to put it in. A goal in the first minute of the game from Sophia Lindquist. What a goal.
And we'd already said there just a minute ago, just to be watching, all these players on Wheaton, for example. I'd mentioned Baki and Graber, but we see Lindquist linking up there on the end of that beautiful cross. We'll see quickly on the replay. On the outside is Baki. None other than Baki with her 3 assists, now tallying a 4th there with a perfect cross in, and Lindquist just in the right spot. No chance for UW Lacrosse to keep that one out of the back of the net, and a perfect start in under a minute for the Thunder as they go up 1-0 against the Eagles.
Yeah, this is going to be very crucial here for UW Lacrosse coming out with a lot of passion early on. Can they keep that momentum coming? Ref gets in the way of that pass there.
The Thunder goal, the first of her career for number 18, Sophia Lindquist.
A little bit of miscommunication. Graber almost gets to it, but dealt with smartly. That's Leiter.
Sarah Baki,
the right back moving in, evades Graber. Leiter still with the ball, dispossessed by Carney Blake, who plays it out of bounds.
Leiter there with a nice run. One thing I'm noticing just in this first minute from the Eagles is their ability to spread Wheaton's team. With that 3 in the back, it's oftentimes easy to find in space behind if you're spreading the field wide, spreading that 3 back. If you make those runs in behind, I think we'll be looking to see Villers, number 13 there up top, making a lot of penetrating runs in this back line as we continue through this first half.
Sealand spinning around, still maintains possession, but she's going to give it away in a dangerous position. And just like you said, Villars getting forward as Smith retains possession, gets around Wolf. But a little bit too heavy of a touch. It's going to go out of bounds. Sarah Max on the ball now.
That was a good tackle a little bit ago by Tomic on Villers there up top to just snuff out any opportunity for goal for Villers.
Max goes out to Graber. Thunder playing narrowly right now. Sealand back to Max. And now Graber has it once again. Graber's going to look long. She's got Baki on the run. Baki chased down there.
Baki rather isolated right now on the sideline, doesn't have a lot of options. Tries to find that cross, and that will roll over the goal line there for a Thunder
corner kick.
And as Graber chases over, they're going to go short again. We've seen this a lot this season from the Thunder. Back to Baki. Baki can move inside, and a good tackle from Villars, the striker. Quick turn up to Villars. Tries to get past Max. Max puts a foot in. Conceding the throw-in, but stopping the counterattack.
You said a little bit earlier, just about a minute ago, that Wheaton was playing very narrowly on this near side. I think one of the things that's going to help them open up this game and perhaps tally another one is just their ability to switch the ball here. With UW La Crosse playing so wide, they're going to be, looking to get narrow there as they play in transition. So if we can switch it out fast to the opposite side of the field, I think there's going to be a lot of space for players like Lindquist, Baki, and then McNally there on the far side.
Nicole Wright is going to get the switch. Lindquist, good ball out to McNally. McNally can use her speed now. Here's McNally. Gets past one defender. Still with the ball is McNally. Low cross blocked away. And dispossessed. Now Carney Blake intercepts. Tries to go inside. Ball rolls under the foot of the Eagles defender and almost won by Sealand. Blake again tries a shot. And that's not going to trouble sophomore goalkeeper Quinn Shannon.
And Shannon now with the ball out of the back. Punts that one long. Trying to find Villers up top. Max on the end of that. Up to Sealand. Sealand trying to find Lindquist there in the middle.
Sealand once again finds Wolf. Wolf's got lots of options. Goes out wide. Back to Nicole Wright. Wright's going to give it to McNally. Wright continuing her run, overshoots it a little bit, and one in the middle. Amundsen was there on the tackle, but now McNally tries to get involved again and is dispossessed and won by the Eagles. Eagles with a chance to possess. They send it up to Villars as Wolf fights for it, trying to get it off of the foot of Villars. Can't quite do it. Villars still with the ball on the wing. Traveling up, trying to find a teammate. And now Wolf finally clears that one out of pressure. Here's Barnhart traveling up, out wide to Leiter. Barnhart up, only finds Tomic. Tomic can't quite find Max there, and then the ball played out of bounds by Leiter.
And Tomic, such a, imposing presence there in the back line. Able to cut out a lot of these opportunities right now. They go long trying to find Baki up top, and Graber chases that one. Just gets a touch out of that, and that'll be a UW La Crosse throw in there as she looks forward to find number 15, Smith.
Bailey Wolf's going to get her head to that first, and now Sealand looking up for Baki. Can't quite find her. Under pressure, though, Graber is going to win that ball and send it right back into the heart of this Eagles midfield as Leiter forced to clear. Fought for in the middle. Here's Carney Blake. Gets it off to Lindquist, and then Lindquist can't quite corral it down. Ball sent up to Villars, but once again, Tomic to the rescue for this Thunder defense. Now Bailey Wolf in the middle. Puts in a tackle, gets it off. And Lindquist will find Blake, and now the Thunder able to play it to feet and possess.
A lot of urgency right now from the Thunder. I think that's leading towards some passes that could have been completed that just find their way all the way through towards this, UW La Crosse backline. So I think if you're the Thunder right now, you just got to play smart and calm this pace down a little bit and really start to connect passes. I think it'll really break down this backline instead of trying to push the ball all the way up to Baki and then hoping that you have support there for her.
Tracking back to collect that ball, that was Amundsen. Plays it forward. Dispossessed, and now Sealand in the middle. Good body feint. She has Graber on the run outside. Graber still with it, able to get to the ball and forces a clearance out by Barnhart, who concedes the corner. Good play there from Ava Graber.
Yeah, I didn't think Graber would make it all the way out there. She appeared as she wasn't going to try to make a play on that. And then last minute trying to hook that one in, able to win the corner kick off that. We see Baki here short with Graber, possibly looking for that opportunity, but as two UW La Crosse players stand there, I think Graber will opt to go into the box, which she does. Connects all the way with number 2, Nicole Wright, but Nicole Wright unable to generate any power there as the ball was just a little bit too high for her to get her whole head on that one.
Shannon will have a chance to get the ball out. Looks up but only finds Carney Blake, who deals with it easily. Amundsen trying to get involved there with Lindquist. Referee's going to play an advantage here as the ball was sent up for Baki, but Shannon's going to come out and easily grab that ball.
Shannon doing well to play off her line there, unable to allow Baki to make a play on that ball. Good awareness there from the sophomore goalkeeper. She punts this one forward. Carney Blake there to contest. Wolf on it now, and now Graber. Wolf tries to make the tackle. Just missing that one there. That's all the way up to Villars. Villars here trying to find a link-up play, but there's just a whole slew of Thunder players there. And Blake will clear that one all the way up. Baki here chasing.
Given away, Graber intercepts, got lots of space. She's going to try a shot. And that one curling towards the middle of the goal, but ultimately goes over. Still a good effort from Graber.
You'll see here on the replay, I actually like this look from Graber. If you see Shannon not set very well and off her line a tiny bit, if you can find that back post there, it's difficult as a goalkeeper to be able to just drop step there and track the ball all the way into that back post. She was pulled a little bit to the near side there, so good look there from Graber to try to go for goal, but unable to find that as it just floats over the bar, and it'll be a goal kick for UW Lacrosse.
Shannon sends it up. Eagles player 2 at first, as Nicole Wright can't quite get to it, and Villars moving out on the wing. Wright still chasing her down, is able to close it out, play it back to Tomic. Tomic has it now, looks in the middle, tries to find Seelan, but it's broken up. Eagles with some momentum here. Lots of players forward as Amundsen fights for it over Blake. Cut away by Wolf, and Seelan a good turn from the freshman. He's got options. Plays it upfield looking for Baki. As Feller is going to bobble it, force it to go over to Barnhart, who clears it away only as far as Max. Wheaton still in possession.
Yeah, Max with time now. She looks out towards Blake, over to Wright, and now they connect with McNally. McNally with some time and space here. Plays this one all the way up the line here, looking down the sideline, but unable to connect there with 17, Tori Seelan. But the Eagles there playing it safe over the line. McNally there to go collect the throw-in.
McNally puts it back into play. Baki going over to collect. Baki under pressure goes out to McNally. McNally sends a high cross in as Graber crashes into the goal, but cannot get a foot on it. Wolf is going to track over, rescue the ball, and play it off of the defender, and it'll go out for a throw-in.
You know, though that cross was, I believe, what they intended in the first place, almost leading to a chance there as Graber very nearly linking up on the end of that on the volley, but Wheaton not having a lot of bodies there in the box on that last play, they have to make sure that, you know, if they're trying to push up fast like they have been, playing those long balls up from the back, that they have to have numbers for it. So if they're transitioning fast like that, the midfielders there in the middle just need to pull up and give support, because so far they've been isolating players like Lindquist and Baki up top.
Barnhart puts it back into play. Leiter goes up and forces the foul off of Sarah Max, who just got a little bit too physical there with Smith. And now the Eagles once again with a free kick. They opt to go quickly, moving into the middle. Halstead is on the ball as Seelan gives chase back to Feller for the Eagles. Feller's got time on the ball, plays it up, tries to find Amundsen, who flicks it away, but only gets as far as Graber. Great interception there from Graber. Seelan, acrobatic pass to Wolf. And a good play there from the Thunder to keep possession as Graber finds a pocket in the middle. Graber's going to spin. She has lots of space in front of her. Can try a shot. She does. Sends it up, and Shannon always there to save that.
Another good look from Graber there. I think she had time and space to dribble that in a little more to try to link up with somebody or get a better opportunity to look at goal. When you're shooting from that far out, it takes just a perfect ball there to try to put that one in on frame. But as we see play continue, Tomic winning that one out of the back up to Wolf. Wolf with a great ball all the way up to Baki. Baki will have a chance here, but lets that one run to the left side of the box, takes away her angle, and not able to wrap her left foot there around the ball, sends that one just wide of the left post, and that'll be a goal kick here.
Two very differing striker styles on this Wheaton team that both have started a couple games this season. Sarah Baki and Isabel Oliver. Baki a little bit more of a get in behind player that attacks from the wings and tries to play crosses in, and then Oliver more of a target striker more of a finisher, but we'll definitely see both of them tonight in this game. Oliver leading the team in goals last season.
Yeah, I think Baki plays a lot more from what we've seen so far, like Villars up top for the Eagles. Villars working her way from one side of the field all the way back to the other one. You'll see her try to link up here on this throw-in. She's just everywhere up top, and I think Baki does a similar role up top and links up well with the other players. But we'll see, like you said earlier, we'll see Oliver come in probably here a little bit later in this first half to give Baki some rest here up top. But maybe she's what Wheaton will need to, put another one in the back of the net here. That differing play style and that physicality brings a lot that teams don't often see. Good shot there in on frame by Seelan, but Seelan just getting a little bit on top of that one. Unable to generate the height that she needs to get that around goalkeeper Shannon, and easily scooping that one up.
And just like you said, those long shots, they have to be perfect. Seelan not getting enough power, hits it right into the ground. Easy save for Shannon, who after conceding a goal early on has not let that erode her confidence in this game. She's done very well since Wheaton scored within 1 minute in this game off a Sophia Lindquist goal.
I think if you're looking long, you got to either have the power, the placement, or both. Or, you have to be playing with, the field and the environment at the time. If Wheaton was going the opposite direction right now, the goalkeeper or the goal that Ketchum's playing in right now would be a better, look for long shots, considering she has the sun there in her eyes, which takes away, your ability as a goalkeeper to just read the flight path of the ball. And we'll see Wheaton here try to build up some play out of the back as Lindquist switches all the way out to Max. Max playing rather high here, links up with Graver. Graver with a little bit of time and space here to play a cross in. Does so, but unable to connect with Lindquist. That ball bounces through all the way to McNally there in the back post, who puts a volley in on frame, but once again, right at Shannon. But I have liked how many shots the Thunder have taken. We mentioned that at the beginning of the game, that the Thunder coming in with twice the amount of shots that the Eagles had, with I believe 107 shots, 102 shots after looking at my stat sheet. But that's quite a few shots to take in 5 games.
Absolutely, this Wheaton offense proving very potent and already scoring in this game, going up early. If you're just joining us here on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network, about 15 minutes gone in this first half. Wheaton on top at Joe Bean Stadium, as McNally controls on the right-hand side of the field. And now Wright with time on the ball. Lots of options for Wright. She goes in the middle to Blake. Blake dispossessed by Villars and won by Amundsen. And now Wolf getting involved as well to win the ball back for her team. Wolf turned around, goes all the way back to Ketchum. And the first time I believe Ketchum has touched the ball in this game just now.
It's been a theme this season. I don't think Ketchum's touched the ball that much in any of the games so far.
Wolf, good ball up to Baki. Baki's got Graber out on the left wing. Tons of space for Ava Graber. Good touch from Graber. Lighter to beat, goes inside, puts a shot in, and that one's going to go just wide. Easy for Shannon to collect.
Well dealt with there by Lighter as she came in on the right side of Graber, snuffing out the opportunity as she went to go cut inside. Good move by Graber to open up some space for the shot, but when you have 3 players on you, it's difficult to get that shot up fast enough. But Graber again using her physicality there to win the ball back to Wolf. Wolf looking out wide to Max. That ball will be swung back into the middle. Wheaton now stringing together some passes, feeling a little bit more comfortable here as 15 minutes have expired here in this first half.
Eagles controlling, sending the ball up. That's a great ball there. Amundsen could be through if she gets past Max. She's going to send an early shot and blocked away by Sarah Max as Tomic chases it down. And unable to prevent the corner despite her best efforts as the Eagles get their first real chance here at goal.
Evanson doing a good job there of trying to get that shot on frame, but she didn't get the touch there before, letting it just run its course, and tried to hit the volley there a little bit later. I think she would have been better off taking that ball down, maybe cutting herself to the side to open up some space there. But the Eagles winning themselves a corner kick and going all the way into the box there. Ketchum going up, but unable to win that ball as it floats over her fingertips, and that ball will be headed out
Eagles,
for a second corner.
And just as a goalkeeper yourself, I'm sure that you have a very, very good idea of how dangerous these corners can be when you're defending.
Yeah, as a goalkeeper too, if you're going to go up for a ball like that and you get beat, then you're caught out completely. It's impossible to try to make a save on that one. And we'll see Ketchum there let that ball run out wide for a goal kick. But like I was saying, when you go up for a ball, you got to get some kind of a touch on that because Ketchum was completely caught out. Lucky that that ball floated right to another Wheaton player who was able to generate enough power to get that one out over the end line and take away any dangerous opportunity there in the moment.
We had a substitution there, freshman Carly Fatum. Her first minutes of the night, she checked in for Carney Blake. Blake slowly getting more and more minutes as she works into full fitness. Blake was a very terrific player last year for the Wheaton Thunder campaign and returning into the starting lineup slowly but surely as Ketchum goes out to Fatum, who gets her first touch of the game. Dispossessed as Leiter tracked all the way from the right back position. Tomic is going to poke that ball away, and now Sarah Max, lots of momentum in front. She's got Baki up front and tries to go for her, but Barnhart is going to clear it away. Still inside as Max is forced to deal with it. And now here's Graber. Graber's able to play it off of the legs of Smith and retain possession, sends it up to Baki. Baki fighting against Barnhart, able to keep the ball, gives it to Graber. Graber inside, finds Lindquist. Time for Lindquist on the ball. She goes long to Baki, but can't quite find her. Sealand in the middle, fighting against Amundsen, is able to get it out to McNally. McNally, a good tackle there, and plays it back to right. Now Tomic on the ball. Tomic space in front. Looks up for Lindquist. Good turn from Lindquist, but overpowered by the Eagles defender. That was Jamiso. Cleared up to Villars. Villars has a chance. Good move by Villars, but dispossessed by Sealand. And now McNally back to Sealand, but overshoots her, and the Eagles keep the ball.
I think a theme we've seen from Wheaton as far as offense goes here is that they either play it up one side or they play it up the other side. They haven't been doing a great job at linking up through the middle in the final third and the middle third right now. So I think that's something that they could, look to do. And there's players like the substitutes. I think Felsky will talk to them and see if they can get that Fatum there coming in the middle. And strong tackle there by Wolf, unable to win the ball. But I think if the Thunder can, learn to work that ball side to side there, the Eagles have all of their players pulled towards one side of the field, and it'll open up a lot more opportunities and space for the Thunder to fall into a good flow here.
Good move by Graber, gets it away to Wolf, who sends it out wide to Nicole Wright. Nicole Wright, plenty of space in front. She opts to go out wide to McNally.
And the Eagles already sucking over to that far side of the field. There's a lot of space on this left side of the field. I think that's recognized there by Wright as she plays the ball all the way up to Baki. Baki on the races right now. Good opportunity, but looks like a late call there for offsides by the AR. That ball would be brought back, but good opportunity there as Baki actually played that one into the goal, but offsides flag taking away that second goal for the Thunder, and now the Eagles with the ball trying to connect and come up with something.
And up here in the press box, we can recognize that space that Baki and Graber had, but really great job from Wright to play that ball over. She could see over the entire field. As Tomic dropped to the ground there, that was Smith on the tackle. He's going to get called for the foul. Wheaton will play out of the back.
Yeah, and like you said, we have such a advantageous view here in the press box where we get the ability to see the whole field, and there's only a few players on the actual pitch who get the opportunity to do that. I believe that's Shannon and Ketchum there as the goalkeepers who have that wide view all the way in. We'll bring this down to the field quickly, so it looks like the Thunder have a good opportunity here. Lindquist back to McNally. McNally trying to play that one all the way in, but over the end line, that she isn't able to get her foot all the way around that. But
in the game for the Eagles,
I
number
think
19, Cameron
Ketchum
Hart.
could be a bit louder out of the back, trying to communicate with her defensive back line right now, which is the three-back, because a lot of the Thunder's build-up play comes from Tomic, Max, and Wright. And I think, if they're looking up the sideline there, they have the ability, to tell McNally and Graber to look inside as opposed towards, just trying to take it down the end line and get across every single time. It's been working for the Thunder, obviously, with their 5-0 record. But I think as they continue to face more difficult teams, like the Eagles, then trying to put more than one goal in is going to be difficult if they try to continue to do the same thing offensively. Wolf there with a whole slew of players around her finds Max into Fatum. A good little bit of combination, but Graber there trying to look up the sideline, unable to find anything.
Wolf will come back to possession here as Max able to play it and find Sealand. We had a substitution there for the Eagles. Number 19, Cameron Hart, checked into the game. Ainsley Allen, the freshman, will take a seat, getting a break. As Nicole Wright runs into pressure and has to play it back to Tomic. Tomic goes all the way back to Ketchum. And already expanding here is Wright. Lots of time on the ball for Wright. Back to Ketchum. And Villar is content to chase around the defense here as the Eagles slowly shift over to the side. Max has lots of space. Goes out wide to Graber. Graber can move up. Pulls it back. Now into the middle. Here's Wolf. And over to Wright.
And the Eagles doing a bit better job of keeping compact but not sucking themselves all the way over to one side as they force the Thunder to play around there. McNally with a good run. Tries to tap it around her mark, but unable to get on the end of that one. And the Eagles clear there. Back to Tomic. Tomic out to Wright. Right now with the ball. So Thunder start to pass it around a little bit here. Wright trying to play that long ball in that we saw earlier, but unable to connect with Baki there.
Played back. Now on the ball is Amundsen. And sent up. This one's looking for Villars. Villars is going to get there first, but the ball is played off of her. And to Wolf. Great move from Bailey Wolf. Sends her defender to the ground. Gets the ball back from the 1-2. Momentum in front for Wolf as she plays it out to Graber. Here's Graber. Left-footed cross in, looking for Baki. Baki gets a foot on it. Baki's still on it. Dispossessed finally by the defense, but only as far as Sealand. Sealand will play it back out. And Tomic able to retain possession despite the bobble there.
And even though Graber there crossed it in, you know, it was kind of a switch up there as she went earlier for the cross. Those are the kinds of things that you got to do. You got to think more than just one-dimensional. You can't continue to do the same thing there. And very nearly able to connect on the end of that cross for a goal. But Graber switching things up a little bit there, realizing that she had two players coming in to mark her. You either got to cut in early or play that early cross. Good recognition there by Graber on the wing. Try to create an opportunity.
And one thing that the viewers cannot see of this game, Graber pushed so far over to the left when the Thunder have the ball. Pretty much always open at all times as she plays it up to Baki, who is dispossessed by Barnhart.
Yeah, Felske's philosophy of just spreading the teams wide. You know, we see that from the men's team as well as they play those three up top with the two wingers. You know, it's good, especially on the counterattack, because you already have two players who are able to easily move out wide, and you can, you know, create space pretty easily, because then, you know, as a back line, you have to, you know, make a little bit more space there to actually, you know, not cheat the play and mark your player.
McNally crosses the ball in looking for Baki. Leiter does well to clear that away, but Amundsen can't quite get on the end of it. Ball sent up. That was Jamiso, who only got as far as Max. The Eagles continuing to clear the ball up, but the Wheaton defender's always there to receive. Sealand looking long. She has McNally. McNally chasing it down, and just a little bit too much there for Izzy McNally to get on the end of.
In the game for lacrosse, number 16.
Another
Haley
substitution
Hagroder.
here for the Eagles as they send in Haley Hagroder. She will take out Lauren Yass. As now Shannon will collect for the goal kick. And she opts to go short, going quickly here as Barnhart picks her head up. Can't quite get past Graber. Graber pounces on the end of it. Graber moving inside, gets a shot off early, and Shannon there to save that one. But a good play, good heads-up play from Graber.
See here on the replay, she didn't really have an easy pass to go into the inside, so goes for the shot instead. Difficult angle to try to get any kind of a dangerous opportunity in on frame there. Shannon easily dealing with that one. Eagles with the ball now, but dispossessed by Wright. That ball will fall out to McNally. McNally now connecting in the middle with Lindquist. And the Thunder swinging that ball all the way to the other side of the field. Max with time goes out to Graber. Graber cutting inside. Fatum looking back to Max. Now Max with time tries to find Baki, but just doesn't put enough power on that pass. Ball bounces out towards Graber, and Graber lets that one over the end line for a Thunder throw-in.
Graber looking for options. She has Baki over to her left. Goes into Fatum, but heads up play there from Smith. And Smith, unfortunately for her, is going to clear that ball the wrong way. It's going to be a corner here for the Thunder. Baki joining Graber here early. We'll see what they choose to go with. We've seen Graber take it solo, and we've seen the short corner play. Graber's going to go long, sending a ball in. Looking for Max. Max gets on the end of it. And that ball bouncing off of the person who was marking the post. It's going to go out for another corner. And an awkward ball there as Baki and Graber switch sides. Or no, now it's Baki and McNally taking this left corner over here. Baki going long. Looks in the middle. Max looking to get on the end of it once again, but the ball swings out. Fatum gets to it first and goes back to Tomic, who puts it under pressure again. Baki is there on the outside, but offsides.
Offside.
From the Tomic pass from the back.
That was a really close call by the assistant referee. I thought Baki was in the back, that she'd timed her run well. Tomic there telegraphing that one all the way. I think Baki knew exactly what she was going for as Fatum connected with Tomic in the back, but offsides flag goes up nevertheless. This can be a good opportunity for the Eagles as this ball goes down the sideline. The Eagles with numbers here. Wheaton struggles to get players back here.
Cross sent in but blocked away by Tomic. Fought for in the air. Fatum and Wolf both coming to it, and Wolf finally clears it away. Finds Lindquist. But that was a good play there by Lindquist. Now Smith has it out on the wing. Smith is going to go for goal. Ketchum there. Her first save of the night, Lauren Ketchum, and a very good one at that.
See here on the replay as this ball just finds its way all the way outside. Good power there, right to Ketchum, and Ketchum doing a good job of just getting her body over that and holding that one, not giving up a rebound there.
Shannon's going to come out of her box to collect that one. And now has a chance to play it out of the back. She rolls it going short. Barnhart out wide to Leiter. Leiter goes up for Smith. And Sarah Mack's a bit too physical there on Smith, conceding the foul.
We'll see two substitutions right now line up on the sideline for the Thunder and for the Eagles. Sarah Jankarilla for the Thunder, and then number 8, Natalie Schizzle for the Eagles.
Yeah, Jankarilla, a player that saw limited minutes last year, getting an expanded role this season. Her senior season, she's done very well in the minutes that she's had on the wing. Amundsen winning it, playing it out wide to Smith. Smith lifts it up, looking for Amundsen, who gets there first. But Fatum coming on the end of it, plays it out to Nicole Wright. Nicole Wright a chance to collect from the back. Wright moving up, so good at attacking, so good at that first offensive step. Is now Tomic a chance to play it up, finds Wolf. Smart turn from Wolf there. She goes long, looking for Baki, but cut out by Barnhart. Barnhart goes early up to Villars, who gives it away, looking for Amundsen. Now Lindquist has it. Momentum here for the Thunder. McNally tracking over. Good tackle from McNally, keeping the ball, and plays it out to Nicole Wright. Wright moving inside, attacking minded, goes out wide to McNally. And McNally chooses to go back to Wright as the Eagles have retreated now. Ball sent in by Wright, looking for Baki. Awkward clearance there. That was Leiter who just got it on the ground, but the Eagles come to it first. Villars is going to play it. Amundsen's got a player over the top, but can't find her. But now she has Villars. Doesn't opt to go for her as Wolf chases down Smith. Smith, good cut inside. Goes out wide to Villars. Villars tries to clear it in, but Tomic there. Now Wolf, lots of space in front of her. Here's Wolf. Nothing but space in front of Wolf as she carries it up, looks out wide for Graber. Now Graber looking ahead. Graber's got Barnhart. Drops the shoulder, moves inside. Swings the ball out. Beautiful ball to McNally, who is offsides. McNally can't quite capitalize there.
Offside.
McNally there frustrated that she timed to run a little bit off there, but it's good recognition there by Graber to find the switch all the way out to her other winger there. We see another substitution for the Eagles line up on the sideline, number 21, Hannah Anderson. Substitutions still haven't come in too.
Nicole Wright, chance to possess, goes up looking for Lindquist. And now she sends a ball up for Fatum. That's going to bounce over Fatum's head. Leiter gets involved. Here's Amundsen. Graber wins the ball back. Fatum quickly turns, plays out, finds Lindquist. Lindquist now finds Wolf. And Wolf in the middle goes long. Here's McNally, space, and only one man to beat on that right-hand side. It's moving in. Here's Sealand. Sealand cuts inside, good move, but blocked off by the defender. Forces a clearance, and the Thunder will get a throw in as those subs you mentioned
And
now
for the Eagles, number 8,
getting
Natalie
into the
Scheisel,
game.
and number 21, Hannah Anderson.
And we'll see
Wheaton, number
Villars
6,
check
Sarah
out
Gigarella.
of the game, as well as Amundsen. So two of the key players here for the Eagles getting a rest with just over 11 minutes left to go in this first half. On the Wheaton side, McNally will jog off the field, replaced by Sarah Giancarella.
The Eagles very much still in this game, only down by a 1-goal deficit right now, and they showed some signs of good attacking play there in the last 10-15 minutes, able to string some passes together in the Wheaton third.
Baki controls the throw in, plays it back to Wright. Wright sends a cross in. Giancarella almost getting on the end of it. Now here's Wolf. Wolf tries the volley and blocked. Now Lindquist comes down with the loose ball and goes back to Wright. Sealand put under pressure early as Tomic goes long looking for Giancarella in the box. But won by the Eagles player. Not until Max gets it. Max out wide to Graber. Graber in space on the wing, chased down by Smith. Here's Graber. Good move inside from Graber, getting rid of her man. Sends it in and headed over the bar. Defensive play there
Thunder
from Barnhart,
corner kick.
but conceding the corner.
See here in the replay, Graber doing well to fight her mark off. Plays a good ball towards the back post there, headed over. See a substitution on the sideline, lining up for the Eagles. It'll be number 20, Kiana Van Fossen. So Thunder take this corner kick there towards the PK spot. Max not able to get a lot of power on that header as it bounces around right in the hands of Quinn Shannon. Quinn Shannon there will wait for her team to push up. She punts this one forward.
Looking for the substitute just came in. Scheisel, who's dispossessed, and now Wolf goes long looking for Giancarella. Giancarella playing up top now. We have Baki on the wing, so it looks like Baki switched with McNally's spot. And we'll see a little bit more of that attacking ability of Baki on that right-hand side as she has the ball here. Baki moving in, chops it into the middle. She can get a shot off here. She goes for it. Ball sent in, and a great save there from Quinn Shannon, and she keeps her hands on the ball the whole time.
Yeah, textbook save there by Shannon. You'll see a good little Kreif turn there by Baki to create enough space to get a shot off. Looks up to see towards the back post, but goalkeeper there, Quinn Shannon. A nice little bit of a collapse save there on the ball, bringing it down, holding it well like you mentioned there.
And Baki just a true two-footed player. So dangerous on the wing. She can cross it in with her right or cut in and shoot with her left. We've seen a lot of goals coming with that left foot and a lot of assists coming with that right foot. As Graber goes early cross in. Looking for Baki. Baki's going to get there and go for a shot. And once again, Shannon getting her hands on the ball. That was a very fast shot, and Shannon not at all phased.
Tiny little bit of a bobble there as Shannon there recognizes that that ball's coming all the way across to Baki. Baki there with good power. Shannon able to get both of her hands over that. Good save there. Watches that one all the way in.
Smith, good turn. Looks up. Tomic will be chased down here by Schissel, and she'll let that ball run back to Ketchum, and now Sarah Max on the ball. Here's Sealand, goes out wide to Graber, and Graber goes long early. Giancarella is going to chase this ball down, but Quinn Shannon looks like she'll get there first, retreating out of her comfort zone.
And Shannon there with those 2 good saves over the course of the past couple minutes. As I look down there, actually got a good little glance at her gloves, and actually reminded me of the time back when I used to play goalkeeper too. The UW lacrosse, based out of Wisconsin, obviously. The gloves that she's wearing are John Bush gloves, and I actually used to get coached by the same guy who owns that company. So kind of a funny little bit of a connection there, but you know, Coach Stan Anderson, he's a goalkeeper coach who does a lot of stuff around the Midwest. He's a great goalkeeper coach, and you know, if I see somebody wearing HPG or John Bush gloves, you know, it just makes me know that they're getting that good goalkeeper education. I could be wrong, but she's shown some pretty solid goalkeeping here over the course of this first half, with the exception of just that 1 goal conceded in the first minute. But Eagles, you know, under good hands there in the back.
Tomic will send it up, looking for Jen Carella. Jen Carella is going to send Barnhart to the ground. Should get called for the foul there. We have just under 7 minutes left to go in this first half. Wheaton up 1-0. Sophia Lindquist scoring off of a Sarabaki cross. Only a minute into the game. But just as you said, Justin, Quinn Shannon, the goalkeeper for the Eagles, being very stellar tonight. Showing a lot of confidence in those saves. As now Graber has a chance to cut in the middle. Graber goes long, looking for Jen Carella. That's a smart ball played to Jen Carella. But well played there from Leiter to play it off of Jen Carella's leg. As we have a couple more subs here, number 20 for the Eagles. Kiana Van Fossen will check in, and Taylor Rudin, number 8, will sub in for Carly Fadum.
Like I said earlier, I could be totally wrong there, just looking at the gloves from all the way up here in the press box, but I just know the affiliation with Wisconsin, HPG, and Stan Anderson, and you know, offering some of that premier goalkeeping coaching here in the Midwest, and you know, also nationwide too. Some of the best goalkeepers I know have been, you know, gotten a chance to either coach or, you know, be coached by coaches in that whole label. So Max there doing a good job of defending the Eagles there, and that ball will be out to touch.
Sarah Max will put it back into play. Graber goes back. And now Tomic once again a chance to start this Wheaton offensive. Here's Nicole Wright moving into the middle, looking for someone to pass to. Gets it off out wide to Baki. Baki very dangerous on this right wing. Tries to play a ball up, goes for the second effort, the volley, and that's going to spin the wrong way and go out of bounds.
Quite a few fans here, Don, in the stand as well, showing out for this Saturday night game here.
Yeah, being very popular for Wheaton students to come to these night games, both men's soccer and women's soccer, always having large attendances on these weekend games. And definitely a pivotal role in a lot of home advantages is when the fans come. As Baki plays the ball in, it goes low to Shannon. Shannon bobbled it, and Sealand had an open goal there, but just a little bit too fast there for Sealand to get her leg.
Yeah, I think Shannon couldn't see this one all the way in and just gets beat by the speed there. Tries to make a plan, and I think she did realize that there was a lot of space there in the middle of the box for players like Sealand to connect with that, trying to snuff that one out before, but misses it. And Shannon there getting very lucky that that one didn't find the back of the net. I think Sealand thought Shannon had that. That ball roll wide for a goal kick as the Eagles escape unscathed there.
Any attacking player will tell you how hard it is to get your foot on the end of a cross like that, but I'm sure any goalie will tell you it's even harder for them because they have to fight through a ton of players to get there. As Max tracking over to rescue that ball. Body feint goes inside to Taylor Rudin. Rudin goes long, looking for Jen Carella. Now Sealand on the ball, goes back to Rudin. Rudin out wide to Graber. Graber goes in the middle. Sealand drags it back. And now Rudin. The Eagles doing very well to stay compact here. Thunder nowhere to go. Max trying to break down this defensive juggernaut. Sealand goes long, and Shannon's going to let that one run out as it went a little wide.
It's hard there, trying to take that one off the first touch to get it on frame when you're that far out. That ball goes just wide of the left post.
Going short, here's Barnhart. She's going to send it up. Ball bounces over the head of the Eagles attacker, and now Wolf plays it back to Ketchum. Ketchum goes up looking for Tomic. Tomic quick pass out to Rudin, who does well to keep possession. Now Nicole Wright. Wright looking up. Pulls it back, forced to go back to Tomic. Good press here by UW Lacrosse. Now Saramax. Saramax goes quickly out to Graber. Graber, lots of space in front of here. Here comes Graber. In the middle, here's Rudin. Rudin has options. Rudin goes wide to Baki, but it's cut out by Hagroder. Wolf going in, finds Nicole Wright outside. Nicole Wright sends a ball in. Shannon's going to get there first, although Giancarella nearly getting there. Shannon very confident coming out there, as you saw on the replay. Doing very well in this game to preserve only having a 1 deficit, and 2 hands on Tomic there. And she was shoved over by Schissel. Clear foul. And the Thunder will take over from the back. Just under 2 minutes left to go in this first half. Still on top 1-0.
So a little worried at first there that Tomic had connected heads there with Schissel, but she gets up fast there. No need to worry if you're Felski there on the sideline.
Jamiso up. Trying to find Hagroder, who's dispossessed by Nicole Wright, and now Rudin unable to corral that in the middle. Moving up the Eagles, here they come. Here's Schissel, tries to send it back out. Sarah Max is going to defend this Eagles player. That's Van Fossen. Max puts in a good tackle, and that will be a Thunder ball there. She played it off of the legs of Van Fossen.
Van Fossen running out any kind of opportunity that she had to link up with her other players there. She heads towards the sideline, well defended there on the sideline by Max.
Leiter heads the ball back into pressure. As now Schissel has it, and a long shot attempt there from Hannah Anderson. Nowhere near the goal, but a good attempt nonetheless to try and get a goal before the end of this first half. 30 seconds left to go here at Joe Bean Stadium as the sun continues to dip.
Bit of a desperation there attempt, I think, by Anderson to try to level the scoreline here going into half. I think regardless of the scoreline, though, just with that 1 goal deficit, it'll be
10,
somewhat of an even slate
9,
here as this
8, 7,
first half
6,
expires and
5,
both the Eagles and the Thunder
4,
are able to reevaluate,
3,
how
2,
they played in this first
1,
half and what they need to change.
0.
I think for the Eagles, it's pretty
Zero
obvious they just need to get some
halftime
goals
score,
here, and I
Wheaton
think that
1,
comes through the
and
link-up play that they
0.
have here
Fans
in the
remind
final
that the
third.
concession
And
stand
for the
is open
Thunder, I
underneath
think
the
it's just
football
shot
grandstand at
selection. We
McCully
talked about how
Stadium,
many
directly
shots
to the
they've
west of
taken,
Joe Bean
but I
Stadium.
think that shot selection also ties straight into working the ball around a little bit more. So I'd like to see that a bit more from the Thunder as they try to get and tally another goal here as they go into the second half. But we thank you for tuning into this first half. We'll be back soon with some good second half action here. This is the game between the Wheaton Thunder and the Eagles. Thunder with a 1-goal lead. We'll see you soon. This is Justin Majeski alongside Don.
Every day, as students attend chapel, meet friends for lunch, or raise their hands in class, they encounter the Wheaton Fund at work, ensuring the excellence of their Wheaton College experience.
Because of the Wheaton Fund.
Because of the Wheaton Fund.
Because of the Wheaton Fund.
Because of the Wheaton Fund, Wheaton students receive a Christ-centered liberal arts education, led by world-class faculty, preparing them for a variety of kingdom vocations.
Because of the Wheaton Fund, all Wheaton students can grow in their faith through chapel, small groups, and real-world ministry experiences.
Because of the Wheaton Fund, students can participate in a more holistic Wheaton experience through extracurricular activities such as clubs, athletics, student government, and more.
Because of the Wheaton Fund, students get to live, learn, and play in world-class facilities. Everything from light bulbs illuminating late-night study sessions to lab equipment fueling discovery in Myers Science Center. It is made possible by the Wheaton Fund.
Because of the Wheaton Fund, the total excellence of a Wheaton education is made affordable for all of our students. And that's only possible when family, friends, parents, alumni give generously to the Wheaton Fund. Because of you, lives are being transformed each and every day on this campus. People that will lead society and serve the church in the next generation. Because of the Wheaton Fund.
Because of you.
Christ at the Core is changing the way that we teach and learn on campus. It's the beginning of a 4-year journey, a pilgrimage, and study of the liberal arts in a Christian community.
The first time I heard about the Core Seminar was in my spring connection of my senior year. So what really stood out to me was what they said that went along the lines of, in order to know your career, you first have to know your identity. And that completely blew my mind because all the other schools talked about how I could excel in this subject and grow in this career field, but no one asked me who I was. Through the seminar and through my professor, Dr. Keith Johnson, I've learned that being a student is a vocation, it is a calling. The Lord has placed me here and my classmates here for a reason.
The first year seminar is really built around introducing what we mean by Christian liberal arts. And that is not just to study that, but to actually do it. As we read texts, think about great ideas, refine our writing, make arguments, listen respectfully to students that differ from one another.
So homework wasn't a chore. I engaged deeply with the readings because I wanted to come to class with an insight to share and ready to learn from the students around me. It was an exciting opportunity and I felt valued as an individual with the things that I could share with the classroom as well as learn.
The Christ at the Core and Advanced Integrative Curriculum is important for our students because it gives them an unparalleled opportunity for critical inquiry and to understand how their academic engagement informs their faith and also how their faith informs their academic engagement.
It's really cool to be in a class that is just combining two very different disciplines, being taught by two different professors, Dr. Townsend just in the Department of Natural Sciences, and then Dr. Barwigan in Christian Formation and Ministry Department, but then seeing how they interact so beautifully in class and how they really just build on what each other are saying.
Students are getting expert knowledge in two very disparate disciplines, and that they're now having to learn how to integrate this. Right. So it teaches them from a liberal arts perspective how to not only take kind of these silos of content and learn it, memorize it for a test, but to see that everything that they're learning contributes to one another.
One of the best things that I've experienced is team teaching and actually having a chance to learn from you.
No, absolutely, that's true. I remember when we had this moment where we were teaching Ursula Le Guin, and I thought this is perfect because we've got a literary scholar and a political philosophy person together, and a man and a woman dealing with issues related to gender. And I thought this is such a great experience for the students to be able to hear us working that out, talking that together.
So one of the outcomes in the first year seminar is to learn how to articulate the gospel. And so we, as a seminar, gathered and went to the basement of the Billy Graham Center and went to the pulpit there and began to practice proclaiming the gospel to each other. It was fun to do it together, to hear each other as we were learning better how to communicate the truth of Jesus Christ.
Part of the seminar experience is that we really build a community over the semester that we are together.
One of my favorite memories from core class was actually not during class, but one night when Dr. Lauber, my core professor, had us over to his house for dinner.
And community really built around that. Having food, having coffee, and having our textbooks in front of us.
This was a really impactful experience because as a freshman first semester, it was so nice to have a night where I could spend time in a home with a family eating dinner. Dr. Lauber really showed that he first cared about us as people and then as students, which made my core experience even more impactful and started off my freshman year really well.
And ultimately, this is what it's about: an education for life, a preparation for a life of service, because Christ truly is at the core of what we're doing here.
I think a lot of today tries to emphasize how much you need to be the individual and how much you need to kind of have your plan set out for you as soon as you reach the end of high school. Vanguard just kind of popped out of nowhere, and the idea of a gap year, spending it in the woods, and I felt like I just needed to take some time away from the kind of rigorous academic world just to kind of recenter myself. I feel like this is probably one of the best decisions I've ever made, was to take a gap year.
For me, going right to college was really kind of a scary thought because I didn't know what I wanted to major in, what I wanted to do. So taking a gap year was a really good chance for me to just grow and mature a little more before going to college.
Once a month we would have professors from Wheaton come up and run a seminar, and those were exploring big questions of faith or big questions that millennials face.
Also, just the Vanguard community itself is really tight, and we became kind of like a family.
I'm very thankful for these people who are willing to push me, but just care for me so deeply, and definitely I think something unique to this place, to Honey Rock, and to Vanguard as a program.
Basically the whole year was one immersion trip, being here in the Northwoods and interacting with the local community here. Another was going to the Dominican Republic.
It was learning and delving deeper into my faith, but without grades and without this pressure that I've always felt to perform. And I think having the opportunity to learn in such an intimate setting has influenced me in a really positive way.
I think what Vanguard does is it helps you to really discover your true potential and help you to kind of define your own calling.
It's a year of your life, yeah, and you might think, oh, this will set me behind all my friends, but it won't. At this stage in life, you're still so young, and there's still so much time to explore the world and to see what you want to study, and you'll have your 4 years of college, but you don't need to rush into that.
The person I am now compared to the person at the beginning is different in a lot of ways, but probably one of the most important ways would just be less anxiety about the future and more of just present-mindedness and openness to what God is doing and what His plan is from here.
Yeah, I definitely think, looking back on it, taking a gap year and doing Vanguard was the best decision of my life.
Hello, my name is Rob Ribby and I'm director here at Honey Rock, and I'm excited to talk to you about Advanced Camp. Advanced Camp is one of the most unique and powerful programs at Honey Rock, and it is at a critical time for young people between junior high and high school, and helping to equip and prepare them to manage that significant transition. It's a 3-week program that has a wilderness trip, some significant in-camp experiences around our activity areas and Bible studies, and then thirdly has a significant service component. The whole goal of the program is to prepare them and help them understand who they are and how they can stand for Christ and live in healthy and whole ways as they enter the significant years of high school. I think it is one of the best investments you can make at this important time in their lives. We hope to see you next summer. God bless.
Welcome back to Joe Bean Stadium here for the second half of this Clash of the Titans, as we said, between the Wheaton Thunder and the UW Lacrosse Eagles here at Joe Bean Stadium on the campus of Wheaton College. I'm Don Crowder with Justin Majeski. We have a 1-0 lead here for the Thunder as they came out of the gate early, scoring a goal in the first minute. Sophia Lindquist scoring that goal. And so far they've done very well to possess the ball, but UW Lacrosse also looking dangerous on these counters.
Yeah, and like you said, UW Lacrosse looking dangerous. They just haven't been able to finish anything right now with a shot differential of 17 shots to 2. The Thunder almost already reaching in the first half the total that they've had for the other games, with about just over 20 shots per game. So we talked about the Thunder, picking better shot selection here in the second half. I think that'll be something that they need to focus on here, like I said earlier. But I think if you're the Eagles, you really need to figure out a way to actually put some shots on frame and take some shots, let alone put shots on frame, So there's a lot of room for improvement on both sides here. It's a 1-0 game. It could go either way here. I'm pretty excited to see how each of these teams come out, because this could be a very different second half than we saw here in the first half done.
Yeah, absolutely. Wheaton College getting a lot of shots in the game early, but not very terrific shots. We saw a lot of really good saves from sophomore Eagles goalkeeper Quinn Shannon, doing very well to keep her hands on the ball. You mentioned that she might have gone to a very standout goalkeepers camp that you also once attended, Justin, so we definitely saw a lot of skill from her in the first half to keep this a 1-0 game, but lots of attacking potential from the Eagles. We saw a lot of attacking threats, but Villars, the starting striker, taken out a little bit early, I would say, and we didn't really see too much after that from the Eagles, but we'll have to see how these two teams respond to both of their respective first halves in this game, as we see the Eagles sprinting to get warmed up and ready for this second half.
Yeah, and goalkeeper Ketchum not having been tested much in these first 5 games, or even tonight, just with those 2 shots to speak of, only one of those actually needing to be dealt with by Ketchum. So I think that the Eagles have a bit of an advantage there with goalkeeper Quinn Shannon seeing a lot of action already and, falling into a rhythm. If the Eagles can put some good shots on frame and actually put Wheaton's backline under a little bit of pressure, then they might be able to find themselves an equalizing goal and change the tide of this game so far. But first they're going to have to learn how to break through this solid backline of Wright, Tomich, and Max, who have been just so stellar here over the course of the past 5 games and even tonight.
Yeah, and those 3 all really good at defense, but all really good at overlaps and pushing up the field. We saw Nicole Wright putting some crosses in and Sarah Max doing a couple overlaps with Graber on the left wing. Be interesting to see how the Thunder choose to start this second half. We sometimes see them deploy Graber as a center mid, but it looks like they might go back with their starting lineup. We have Carney Blake back out there in the midfield, which is definitely something that a lot of Thunder fans will get excited for. As we get ready for this second half, the Eagles looking to overcome this 1-0 deficit, nothing that they can't do. We've seen a lot of attacking power from Villars up top and a lot of defensive pressure that has given the Thunder something to worry about, but they'll get the first half kickoff here. We'll see how quickly they run out of the gate, and we'll see how quickly one of these teams is able to find the back of the net again.
Ian Villars there back in the starting lineup here for the second half, hoping to give her team a little bit of an edge here as they kick off here. Wheaton Thunder standing in the center circle right now, here to start the half off, and just off screen, the Eagles there in their little huddle here before the half starts, but it's going to be a good 45 minutes of play here. I think that, with the scoreline ending 2-1 last season, I don't think we'll see this game go all the way through, ending 1-0. I think there's going to be somebody who will either break this deadlock or, on the Thunder side, add to this, impressive scoreline. We see this first half get out, both teams pushing immediately there. Wolf chasing. This ball played down the sideline towards Max and Villars, and it'll be a Wheaton throw-in.
Yeah, we saw, or heard rather, immediately lots of vocality from this Eagles bench and a very quick sprint out to try and get that ball back, put the Thunder under pressure. This will be a very tense couple of minutes as both teams try to find their footing. As McNally goes along looking for Baki, and cleared out of bounds there by the center back. That was Katie Feller. McNally puts it back into play early. Here's Baki. Baki moving in on Jamiso. Step over, goes inside, loses her man, sends it in. And Graber had a chance but sends it over the bar, nowhere near the goal. Tough shot for Graber as the ball went all the way through.
Yeah, I think we've seen Shannon come out for crosses twice, and this is the second one that she's unable to get her hands on. It just goes right through there. I think she loses it on that run to the front post by, I believe that was Sealand there contesting, but dangerous. A little bit of a play there as unable to capitalize on that engraver there. I think once again, like we saw from Sealand in the first half, just not expecting that ball to make it all the way through, and difficult to try to get your foot on that and redirect it on frame. That ball soars over. Now the Thunder again on the attack as Baki here on the corner of the box tries to dribble around her mark, but well defended there on the outside, and the Eagles clear this ball upfield, trying to give themselves some time, connect with Villars, but Tomic there, clean up the scraps.
Wolf controlling in the middle, chooses to go all the way back to Ketchum. Now Ketchum a chance to play out of the back. Nicole Wright, lots of space here on the right-hand side. Chooses to go into the middle. Looks up, pass intercepted by the Eagles midfielder as Tori Sealand chases her down. Good strength, though, from the Eagles player. She gets it back to Jamisso. Jamisso's going to send that up, looking for Villars, but only finds Tomic, who slips on the ball but is able to retain possession. Forced to go back to Ketchum. Lots of pressure early on from the Eagles, lots of positive play as Ketchum goes long.
The Eagles playing very, very wide defensively right now, which makes it difficult for Wheaton to try to, play the ball around in their general passing patterns that they do, working the ball back and forth towards their wings. But also, when Wheaton has a lot of speed like this, it opens up a lot of opportunities if you can just dribble past your man using your speed or just a little bit of skill there, because then there's so much space in between you and the next mark that you can generally take quite a bit of space and draw out some other marks, opening up through ball opportunities there in third.
Bailey Wolf winning it back, finds Max. Carney Blake, her first touches of this second half, tries to look for Graber. It's cut out though, but the ball too far away for Smith. The Thunder getting back on the ball. And now it's Max with the throw-in. Max finds Graber, but is dispossessed in the middle. Lindquist is forced to track over. Now Amundsen throws it over. Graber claiming she hasn't touched it. Thunder will get the ball in a dangerous position here for a throw-in. Moving into this second half, the lights are on here as the sun has slowly started to set. In that first half, Ketchum under pressure from that sun didn't really have too much trouble though. But now Graber's going to look in the middle, intended for Lindquist, but broken up by Amundsen. And now Nicole Wright, once again, lots of space for her. Carney Blake's going to send it out wide to McNally. McNally chased down by Jamisso. Blake goes out looking for Lindquist, but just plays her a little bit too long. Jamisso will take over on the sideline. Looking upfield, McNally chasing it down. Jamisso, good play there to get the ball back out to Yass. And Nicole Wright coming forward to deflect that up to Baki. Blake flicks it over to Wolf. Wolf, positive play, moving into the middle. Wolf is going to swing it out, looking for Graber, but cut away. Now counterattack opportunity is Villars, recognizing she's not going to be able to get to that ball first. Ketchum goes out wide to Max first. Difficult play there from Max, almost gave it away. Ketchum would have been out of her goal, but the freshman recovers. But now the Eagles back on the ball again. Here's Yass. Yass dispossessed. Now Sealand goes short to Wolf. Wolf has options. Here's Lindquist, and now Blake. Blake's going to go long, looks for Baki. That's nearly a good ball, but had the right idea, just a little bit too much power on the pass. Quick restart back to Barnhart. Barnhart goes out wide. Here's Leiter. Lindquist forced to go in the air, and she's going to undercut her opponent there as Halstead falls to the ground. Good call there from the referee. It'll be Barnhart here to put the ball back into play. She goes short.
We see Isabel Oliver too on the sideline lining up. We mentioned her name there in the beginning of the game as a possible change that we'd be seeing in the first half, but we see her come in here as the second half, and I think that it's a good tactical change by Pete Felsky as something different's needed up top and offensively for the Thunder to try to break this, different defensive style that the Eagles are implementing here in the second half. McNally with the ball now trying to find an outlet here as Baki made a good run, but now McNally still with the ball. Lots of time and space, a little bit of skill there. Well, unable to connect there in the end as the Eagles close in around her. Tomic now with the ball, communicating with Ketchum to come out to that. Ketchum finding Max once again there. Now the Thunder finding a little bit of time and space here to just connect some passes.
Yeah, and you mentioned Oliver lining up. I would love to see Baki going out on the wing and Oliver up top. They have a lot of good link-up play on the attack, but surely something does need to happen for this Thunder team. They're possessing well, but can't really get anything going offensively. As Graber challenged well, almost losing the ball, but plays it back out to Max.
Yeah, like you just said a moment ago, Don, I think that it'd be good to push Baki out wide, maybe to McNally's spot, and then have Oliver swing into the middle, because Baki's just one of those players who links up so well with other players. And you see a shot there from Ava Graber. Go over.
Number 15, Isabel Oliver.
We will see Oliver take Baki out, maybe give Baki a little bit of a rest there before Baki goes back in and maybe a winger position, but Baki with 4 assists on the season, tallying 1 tonight. Such an integral player when you're looking to link up there on a cross with Oliver.
So Shannon will take over here with the goal kick. We do see Oliver going up top. McNally's going to stay on the wing. And Sarah Baki still in. Sophia Lindquist getting the sub there. Baki moving into that Lindquist role, playing as center attacking mid, it seems.
And maybe Felsky realizing that the Eagles have been doing a fairly good job dealing with, crosses into the box so far this night. So maybe moving Baki there towards the central role. It's a bit of a smart change there by Felsky there, trying to find Oliver through on the ground possibly. Just using some of her strength there to get on the end of those through balls. See that ball cleared out for a Thunder throw-in as Graber goes over to retrieve that ball.
Yeah, and what you just said, Baki nearly getting on the end of that, coming in from that midfield role. Oliver, the type of player that can run for days, chasing down every single ball, and is a clinical finisher, so Baki will look to play some balls in as Max is going to swing across and looking for Oliver. Oliver is going to try and play it to Blake, but the ball cleared out. Here's Villars. Villars spins off of Tomic. Tomic wins that encounter, plays it out to right. Now here's Carney Blake. Blake retaining possession, plays it out to right.
I think another difference too, Don, between Oliver and Baki when it comes towards playing that striker role is that Oliver can play as a bit of a holding striker there. Whereas I mentioned earlier, it was difficult when they were isolating Baki up top because she just doesn't have the physical strength there to hold off multiple players at the same time. Whereas Oliver, they can play the ball up to her and then try to find outlets. Baki, also a talented finisher as well, can get on the end of some of these goals. We'll see an offside slide there for Graber, but I think that Thunder are already showing signs of trying to rework their offense here. You can't just keep doing the same thing, obviously, in this game. Graber there winning the free kick quickly. She uses her speed there to generate some space, crossing in towards the back post. Ball comes out to Blake. Blake trying to link up with Sealand, but just behind her there, and now the Eagles push up here. There's a big gap, though, between these front three and the Eagles and the rest of the team as they struggle to catch up.
Max comes to the rescue, plays it to Blake. Sealand gets on the end of it. Graber, lots of space here on this left-hand side. Quick counterattack for the Thunder. Graber using her speed, getting in. Here comes Graber. Graber still with the ball, crosses it in. And that was Oliver nearly getting on the end of that. Looks like it'll be a corner there.
Thunder,
good play.
Corner kick.
See here on the replay, it was difficult to see out here from the press box, but Graber there doing a good job of using her speed, realizing the space she has. And Oliver just behind that cross, well dealt with there in the middle to get that ball out.
See a short corner possibly here as Graber and Baki linking up once again. Baki will take the short corner, sends it in, flick back. McNally will let this one run out. That should be a Thunder throw-in.
That was Feller on that cross who diffused the opportunity for Oliver earlier. We see a quick throw and cross in for McNally, and Baki there trying to flick that back on frame, but wide of the right post and a goal kick there for Quinn Shannon.
Yeah, Baki already using that newfound position here, getting an attempt on goal. Shannon will take over, and she'll send her team up, not looking to play short as Wheaton's starting to get into their press here. Eagles not doing too much work in their own half, content to let the Thunder possess around their back and try and cut out a pass as they play the ball up. Here's Villars. Challenged in the middle. Wolf looking for the ball. Good strength there from Allen, who plays it out to Yass. McNally's going to try and get on the end of it, and McNally does, getting it back out to Baki. And Wright's going to go up the field. Can't get it past Jamiso. Jamiso goes long looking for Villars. Tomic gets a knee on it, and it goes right out to McNally, and now Baki has it. McNally looking for options, and she goes down the line. Here's Oliver. Oliver goes back to McNally. McNally, a chance to get a cross in here, and she does. Sending it up, it'll go right to the hands of Quinn Shannon, who controls easily.
Telegraphed pretty easily there into Shannon. Shannon not struggling much to deal with that. If you're going to cross a ball in early like that, you can't play it in that close to the goalkeeper, and not able to get any bend on that one and send it more towards the middle of the box there. And Shannon there able to come out and deal with that one pretty much uncontested. Now McNally with the ball from the pass from Baki. Flicked there on the sideline up towards Oliver. Blake in a fight in the middle for the ball. Wins multiple 50-50s there, and now up there for Bailey Wolf there. This ball still bobbling around in the middle, and the Eagles come out with it, passing back, trying to get some space here, but back to the Thunder, and the Thunder are now possessing once again. Wright pushing up high with time and space. Drags multiple defenders in, out to Oliver. Oliver now with time.
McNally, good turn inside. McNally gets a cross off. Looking for Baki, but it gets all the way through to Leiter, who clears it out. Now Max. Here's Max, now Graber. Graber looking for options, finds Seeland in the middle, and Seeland overplaying Max there. It's going to go out of bounds for a goal kick.
The Thunder just have to keep working it around right now. They haven't had a ton of chances to speak up in the last 14 minutes, but they've shown some good opportunities and good link-up play, but the only truly good opportunity coming off of that missed cross by Shannon that found the feet of Graber on the back post, but Graber not able to connect with that one. Shannon now takes the goal kick up towards Seeland. Seeland now at the ball, tries to flick it up to Oliver. Oliver back to Seeland. Seeland not taking a great touch there. That ball will be cleared. Not out for a corner kick. That'll be all the way out to the sideline there, and Graber will take that one for a throw-in.
Max tracking over from the left back position. She's going to get this throw-in. Max with a chance here. Good move, cuts inside, goes out wide to Graber. Graber still on the ball. Gets a nice cross in looking for Oliver. Oliver gets a foot on it, but once again right into the hands of Quinn Shannon, who has not been troubled too much in the second half. Just under 15 minutes gone in the second half of the contest. Wheaton still up 1-0 after a first-minute goal from Sophia Lindquist.
The Thunder not struggling at all to get their shots off, just struggling to put any kind of good shots on frame right now.
Graber getting involved there, tries to throw it over to Seeland. Seeland loses it. Now Max finds Wolf. Nicole Wright moves into the middle, has time on the ball, and is able to find Seeland. Seeland, good switch over to McNally. Great touch from McNally, plays it into Wright. Wright using her speed to get up. She's got a pocket of space in the middle with Sarah Baki. Wright crosses it in. Quinn Shannon once again gets there first. And another attack ended early.
And I don't know if you could hear, but I heard top of the box shotted multiple times from Carney Blake as she had a ton of space there in the top of the box. I think that it'd be better if the Thunder could just, instead of playing those balls in, dangerous opportunity here was we'll go back down to the field fast, shot in. Lauren Ketchum deals with that one safely as she takes one step and makes a cool collapse dive here. We'll see here on the replay. Good through ball, well dealt with by Max to take the angle away, and Ketchum able to watch that one all the way into her hands. But I think the Thunder should try to see on their crosses, instead of trying to put it in towards Shannon, who's been rather confident and good tonight in the high balls, to try to, cut it back towards the top of the box where there's a bit more space. The Eagles' back line has been sucking in so deep. There's a lot of opportunities for the Thunder. They're just able to switch that ball back out a little bit higher on those.
Graber goes out wide looking for Sealand, but Leiter's going to get there first and play the ball off of Sealand, so it'll be a throw in here for the Eagles. Quickly put back into the game here, Smith. Smith knocked from behind, and yeah, that's going to be a foul going in here for the Eagles as the Thunder retreat. It'll be interesting to see who gets on the end of this ball. Kind of far out. We've seen a couple of times the Eagles choosing to play short when it's this far out. We'll see what they do here. They will go short as Graber misses that ball. It goes out to Leiter. Leiter crosses it in, and then that's a good shot there from Allen, who got her foot on it but doesn't really trouble Ketchum.
Like you said, they'd gone short there. Good cross in to a wide open Allen, who just doesn't get anything on that, right to the hands of Ketchum, and Ketchum seeing a tiny bit more action here in the past 5 minutes.
In the middle. Sent out wide by Halstead, and now cutting in is Yass, who looks up for Amundsen. Sealing time on the ball, goes out wide to McNally. Wright forced to chase that ball down as Villars gets there first. But Nicole Wright, good defense there, stopping that chance as we have a substitution, our first here of the second half for the Eagles.
Financial Counsel,
Natalie
the proud
Scheisel
sponsor of
checking
Wheaton
into the
Athletics,
game.
with offices in Wheaton and Chicago. Their
She will
financial
sub out
planners are
Villars.
invested in the community and want to help their clients plan
Villars
for their
only
future.
playing
Check out the website at
19 minutes in the second half before getting subbed out.
Planning can help you.
One of the more energetic players we've seen for the Eagles tonight.
Into the game for Wheaton, number 18.
And we also have another sub.
Sophia
as
Lindquist.
Sophia Lindquist checks into the game. Sarah Baki will take a seat. Lindquist will look to assume that same role she had when she got subbed off a couple minutes ago.
And two names that we haven't said a ton tonight for the Eagles are Allen Edmondson. So we said Edmondson's name a few times here as she's one of these midfield players, but those are the respective goal and assist leaders here. Edmondson with 6 goals and Allen with 5 assists here in the season. But we haven't seen much from them tonight. I think that's some untapped potential there for the Eagles. And Shannon forced to come out to clear this all the way to Carney Blake. Carney Blake playing this ball in but unable to connect with Sealand there. Tomic to win the header back to Blake, and Thunder calm the ball down here as Wright tries to connect in the middle.
McNally picking her head up, tries to find Sealand, but it's picked up by Blake. Now Lindquist has it, just lets the ball run a little bit too long and cut away by Jamiso, who will take this throw in. Jamiso only can find the head of McNally, who gets it to Blake. Blake's going to send it up looking for Oliver. That ball's going to curve the wrong way here for Oliver, who waits too long to make a touch, and that's going to go out of bounds.
Number 16, Haley Hargroder.
Eagle throw in here as they have another substitution. Number 16, Ailey Hargroder.
She'll take out number 3, Lauren Yass.
Chamisso has the throw in here, still in a dangerous territory as McNally gets to it first. Here's Lindquist, the goal scorer, and now Nicole Wright. Wright nearly dispossessed. Does well to keep the ball in, and now Tomic will swing it over to Max. Here's Sarah Max. Now the ball is with Graber, who is dispossessed. Now Allen Plays it back, and Scheisel has a chance, but Sarah Tomich cuts it away. And once again, a positive play just ended somewhere around midfield by this high press line of the Wheaton Thunder as Tomich goes out wide, finding Graber. Allen comes away with the ball. Allen a chance to do something, plays it off of Wolf.
And Hart lines up on the sideline as a substitution for the Eagles. The Eagles making quite a few substitutions here in the second half, all of which being forward midfield substitutions. It's obvious that the UW lacrosse coaching staff is looking to change things up offensively and maybe spark some, inspire some, different play here offensively as they try to tally a goal for themselves.
Maxwell control out of the back. She's forced to go back to Tomich. Tomich long touch, but can't capitalize by Scheisel. Wolf stepping on the ball. Looks out wide, and now Max a chance to possess. Max looks up, has Oliver. Oliver goes back to Graber. Graber moving inside. She's got an overlap from Max, plays it into Blake, but it's cut away by the new substitute. And then a searching ball sent forward. Allen and Scheisel will chase it down, but it's played back to Ketchum. Sarah Tomich goes out wide. Here's Wright. Wright has options. Looks up for Lindquist. Lindquist looks for McNally, but it's cut away. McNally, good job to keep the ball, and she goes long early to Oliver. And an unlucky touch there from Oliver as the ball is played off of her.
For the Eagles, number 19,
We have
Cameron
two more
Hart.
substitutions
And for
into
Wheaton,
this
number
game.
16,
Cameron
Sarah
Hart
Baki.
for the Eagles. And Sarah Baki will check back into the game here, taking out Isabel Oliver in this game. And Baki going back up top once more, the position she started in. In the middle, he's Hart. Back to Barnhart. And then that pass cut away by Graber. Good skill from Graber as she gets it to Lindquist. Lindquist still on the ball. Now Bailey Wolf will try and go over the top for Baki, but cut away. Lindquist has a chance, tries the volley, good shot. Just a little bit too wide, but had good power.
And even though that one didn't find its way on frame, I think that's a better shot opportunity than some of these other shots that Wheaton has taken. It looked far more dangerous there. She tries to generate the power, which she does get, but just not the placement there. It's difficult sometimes when that ball is rising, but does well to get her whole foot on that ball just wide of the left post there. Good opportunity for Wheaton. Unable to convert. Scoreline still 1-0 for those of you just tuning in. This is the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. 21 minutes remaining here in the second half. Good matchup too between UW Lacrosse and Wheaton, with the last one ending 2-1 for a win for UW Lacrosse in overtime.
Wheaton on the ball once more. Here's Wolf. Wolf forced to go back to Wright. Nicole Wright still on the ball, does well to keep it away, but gives it away now to Smith. Smith has a chance, plays it in, but Tomich cuts it away. Now Wolf goes into the middle to Carney Blake. Blake under pressure, can't get away. Scheisel has it. Ball sent out. Halstead trying to get on the end of it, but it's Seeland who will come away with it. Seeland plays it to Baki. Now it's Bailey Wolf, and Wolf sends it up, headed away, only as far as Graber. Wheaton still in control here. Lots of momentum as Graber moves forward. Graber out wide. Seeland sends in an early cross, and Seeland's going to be caught off sides here. She moved just a little bit too early.
And two substitutions, Kiana Van Fossen, the midfielder for the Eagles, and then Carly Fadum for the Thunder will come in soon. So they remain on the sideline waiting for the head referee to call them in. It's free kick right now for the Eagles, deep in their own territory. This ball played long all the way up, and Tomich doing a good job rising above to win the header. Still retaining possession after it bobbles around a bit, carrying it very high, a lot higher than we normally see Tomich come, and not able to connect as she rushes to get back.
Smith goes long. Tomich, after being up so high, has to chase it down and nearly gives the ball away. Great chase there from Scheisel. And Nicole Wright forced to give it back out to McNally, who gives it away. Here's Lindquist. Great touch there from Lindquist, losing her man. Lindquist goes up looking for Sealand, but cut away. Now Bailey Wolf has it. And here's Blake.
A frantic 60 seconds there for Wheaton as they struggle to get back and get their shape back. A little bit of a bobble there in the back leads to a possible opportunity for Baki. Good turn there by the Eagles back line. Unable to connect though as Blake with time and space tries to find the ball all the way to the back post for Graber. Very nearly does find her.
Sealand on the ball. Has McNally out wide. Tough ball there for McNally. As Nicole Wright called into action, sends it up to Lindquist. Now here's Scheissel. Good job from Scheissel keeping the ball. Wright cuts away that pass. And now Lindquist has it with space in front. And a little bit too much power there for McNally as those subs you mentioned check into the game, as well as number 21 Hannah Anderson, who lined up after the fact. Carney Blake will take a seat, playing very well today in an expanded role. As Jamissa will take over here at the left back slot, throwing it up. It'll go over the head of Scheissel, but Tomic and Wright, just a little miscommunication there. Ball going out of bounds. Eagles throw. Sealand, good cutaway and a great touch. Plays it up to Baki. Baki back to goal here. Forced to turn around and gives the ball away to Jamiso. Now Wright comes back into it. Plays it back out to Tomic. To Sealand. And now McNally. Thunder still playing narrowly. They're going to have to switch the field. Wright sends it up. Looking for Baki. Baki judges it to go over the head of Feller. Baki still going. Will she get there first? But no, Shannon off her line does very well to clear that ball away after a poor pass back from Katie Feller.
Yeah, Feller there, I don't exactly know what she was doing, just doesn't get any power on that at all. And Shannon making a decision quick to come out for that one. Solid goalkeeping there as she cuts that opportunity out for Baki.
McNally puts it back into play early and now sends a cross in, and that one will spin the wrong way and go far out of bounds over the protective net that we have around the field to prevent balls from going out. So Quinn Shannon will take over once again with a goal kick here. We'll see if they play it short or play it long. They've done both tonight to equal effect.
We've seen the distribution style of Shannon shift slightly from the first half. I think she's been playing short a lot more than she's been playing long, trying to generate some possession for her team. But Thunder defending well here forces Shannon to try to go long, but the Thunder's constant press there is able to win them the ball back. Graber trying to play a ball all the way into Lindquist, who is cutting across, but Shannon there to scoop the ball up.
Shannon puts it back into play. Her ball goes all the way through to Scheissel, but Tomic once again on the end of it. And Tomic's ball looking for Graber, but skips around. Eagles will take over on the right-hand side of the field. Just under 16 minutes left to go in this game. Wheaton still in control, 1-0, but we've seen a couple frantic plays here in this second half as Ketchum chips the ball out. And intercepted, but dealt with well from Max, who lets the ball run out of bounds. Still in a dangerous area. Graber has it, space in front. Graber looks up for Lindquist. Lindquist will turn. Keeping the ball is Lindquist. Lindquist goes up to Baki. Baki a chance to do something here. Baki on Leiter. Baki crosses it in and cleared away. That'll be a corner kick here for the Thunder. And a dangerous, dangerous chance nearly averted there.
And this ball will go right past Fatum, as we'll see on the replay, and then I think just bounces off of number 7 there for the UW lacrosse team.
Corner kick.
Out for a corner kick. The Thunder not able to convert yet on a corner kick in this game, but they've showed some good opportunities and good looks at goal. They'll have McNally there lined up short, but I think we'll see Baki go all the way in here, which she does, towards the front post. To Max, who is running in for that, but well dealt with there. Right now, coming all the way over to the right side to get that ball. Sealand out to McNally. McNally on the sideline trying to find a connecting pass, and Bailey Wolf and Sealand playing well off of each other. Tries a little bit of skill there, but dispossessed. That ball's going to find its way all the way up to the middle to number 19, Cameron Hart. Hart still with the ball, looks back. Good little bit of passing here in the past 30 seconds here from the Eagles team, but unable to connect there with Hart again as Wright dispossesses.
Jamiso tracking back to cut out that ball intended for McNally, and then Scheisel has it quickly up top. Scheisel has options cut away by Tomic. And Wolf, who was covering for Tomic, now moving back into her midfield role. Tomic goes early out to Sarah Max. Here's Max, looking up for Baki. Baki does well to hold her defender off and finds Wolf. Wolf out to Nicole Wright. Quick touch inside, Nicole Wright goes for a shot and a quick knuckle there and bobbled by Shannon, but once again, Quinn Shannon stopping any effort there from the Thunder.
Yeah, and we'll see Wright here hitting it slightly with the outside of her boot. That one hooks back towards the near post. I think Shannon's vision was shielded a little bit and didn't see the hooking ball there, but deals with it in the end. We'll see a couple substitutions line up on the sideline. Villar is the name we've been saying all day, and another substitution. We'll go back to the field here fast as Graber able to keep that ball and somehow still retaining possession there on the sideline. Good little bit of skill. Gets the cross in towards Lindquist. Lindquist with a header, and that one's just wide of the right post, but that was a great link-up play there between Graber and Lindquist.
Number 13, Caitlin Villars, and number 15, Julia
We have two
Smith.
more substitutions here. Caitlin Villars will check back into the game, so getting some rest here before she comes back in for what we assume is the final 12 minutes of this game. Adding a little bit more offensive spark here for the Eagles, still chasing their first goal of the game as they find themselves in a 1-0 deficit. Wolf is going to get on the end of that, and now a quick chance here. Fatum gets on the end of it. Fatum almost there. Baki also trying to get involved, but the ball played outside. Thunder have a chance with a throw in here as Nicole Wright will track over to the right-hand side of the field. Wright goes in early. Here's Lindquist. Lindquist does well to get it back to Wright. And an unlucky play there from Wright as the ball stuck to her foot. Played it out of bounds. Tomic chasing it down. Does well to collide there with the Eagles player, and Sealand has it in a pocket of space. Sealand goes long, looking for Baki, but cut out by Leiter. Graber checking over. Playing some good defense. Sealand cutting it away. Wheaton not letting any possession form for this Eagles team as Wolf has it now. Wolf, powerful strides forward, looks out wide for McNally. McNally taking advantage of some miscommunication there, still moves in before it's finally cleared away. Sealand, good shield with the ball, retaining possession, and plays it back to Max. Here's Fatum, back to Sealand. And Sealand's ball cut away very smartly by Smith, who plays it up to Villars, who then bobbles it away. Tomic once again there to collect. And now Nicole Wright will play it back to Ketchum, who clears it upfield. Fatum trying to get ahead on it. It goes to Baki. Baki nearly able to get it to Lindquist. Feller goes early to Villars. Villars out wide. Moving in is Anderson. Anderson finds a cross in and a header moving in there from number 19, the substitute Cameron Hart. Going to get a good shot on goal.
We'll see on the replay here. It's a good look there by the Eagles, but the cross just much too far back in the box for them to generate any power there to truly make Ketchum work at all. This ball right now is just being passed around in the back by the Eagles. They only have 10 minutes now to try to make a statement in this game and level the scoreline. See a whole slew of substitutions for the Eagles, as well as Sarah Jancarella here on the sideline, being number 2, 3, and 4 for the Eagles. That's Ainsley Allen, Lauren Yass, and Sophie Ebenson.
Yeah, and all starters there lining up for the substitution for the Eagles. Coach trying to put some star power back in as the shot goes up. Ooh, and nearly in. I was worried that I was going to get caught talking there as a beautiful goal got scored.
Number 2, Ainsley Allen. Number 3, Lauren Yass. Number 4,
Yeah,
Sophie
I haven't seen Baki take a shot like
Wheaton,
that
number 6, Sarah
before,
Jancarella.
but beautiful shot there. Just hooking to the right a little bit and completely beats goalkeeper Quinn Shannon, very nearly finding that back right upper 90, but I think that little bit of spin on the ball redirects it wide of the post.
Yeah, I'm really impressed at how quickly Baki got that shot off after putting the tackle in.
Yeah, so am I, Don. I honestly didn't think she'd be able to generate power like that at all off of a shot there. Her hips were slightly turned away from goal, but very nearly gets that ball all the way into the back post. Good cross there in by Nicole Wright towards the top of the box, but headed out to Seelan. Seelan now linking up with Wolf. And tries to find Baki, but Baki there pointing towards Nicole Wright. I think she didn't feel like she had the time or space there to receive that ball, and that will go over the end line for a goal kick.
Yeah, Jen Corella back into the game here, going up top. Sarah Baki moving out on the wing. We talked earlier about how much we want to see her playing out on that wing, using her explosive power to send some crosses in. It's how we scored the first goal in this game. Lindquist getting off a cross as Baki looking dangerous once again on this right-hand side. Chased down by Smith. Looks in the middle and finds Sealand. Sealand finds a beautiful ball to Baki. Baki can't quite get a good touch off of it. And now Sealand, fake shot, moving inside, loses her defender and steps on the ball and loses it. And now Wolf. Sealand going up top, looking for Jen Corella, who wins it and flicks it over to Quinn Shannon.
I think another thing, too, is having Baki out on the wing forces this back line for the Eagles to not cheat, because Baki has such talent up there in that striker position that if Jen Corella pulls out wide, which she did do a little bit earlier there, it gives Baki space there when you draw the defender out to dribble into the middle. She's no stranger, obviously, towards trying to get her head in on goal.
Ketchum called into action, clears it away after a bit of a dangerous play there from the Eagles, but once again put under pressure. Fatum getting to that ball first, and now Lindquist trying to get on the end of it. Here's Tomic out wide to Baki. Baki nothing but space in front of her. She's got Lindquist on the run. She does go to Lindquist. And Lindquist chased down by Feller. Feller will get there first, and we'll see her try and let this ball run out. Does well to shield the ball, and that'll be a goal kick here for Quinn Shannon. 7 minutes left to go in this contest. Eagles got to start moving if they're going to want to even this score up. Wheaton looking dangerous, always threatening to score another goal in this game as Shannon puts it back into play.
It's not an outrageous claim to say that the Eagles could score a goal here in these upcoming 7 minutes. I think there's just a lot of changes that need to be made before they can string together the passing that they need to be able to get in on goal here. Allen linking up well with Edmondson. Edmondson, the leading goal scorer, as we said earlier, Villar's almost getting on the end of that one, and this ball dangerously remains at the top of the box. Wolf able to connect all the way out on the outside with Graber, and Graber clears that ball all the way out. Jen Corella having some space, but her momentum carries her forward, so she's not able to link up with that one, but very nearly getting there. Jen Corella there kind of talking to the referee there, thinking she was shielded from being able to get to that ball.
Yeah, Jen Corella very impressed with her speed there, not giving up on the play, even though it looked like Shannon was going to get there. She's on the ball right now, putting a tackle in. It goes back out to Jamiso, who clears it up, looking for Allen. Allen is challenged by Max, who gives it away. And now Graber has it and finds Lindquist. Lindquist has Nicole Wright wide open here to open up this field. Now Baki's on it. Wright continuing her run. Chops into the middle. Here's Baki. Baki out wide to Wright. Wright has a chance. Wright moving inside. Crosses it into the goal. Shannon can't get on the end of it. It's cleared away, but Wright still has it. Dangerous position. Wright can go for goal here. She crosses it in. Jen Corella, the intended target. Back out to Graber, who has it on the wing. Can put another ball in. Graber moves inside. She can go for goal. She does. Good shot. Even better save there from Quinn Shannon.
And Quinn Shannon displaying some of that goalkeeper prowess we talked about earlier with a beautiful save there. And we'll see Graber there. Looked like she was destined for goal, but great technique as Shannon uses her upper hand there to clear that one and steer it wide.
We have a corner here for the Thunder. It'll be taken by Baki. Baki sends it in. Dangerous. I think a Wheaton player getting on the end of that, yeah, but
and we'll see here if we get a replay. I believe that was Nicole Wright on the header, not able to steer that one in. Yeah, we do see Wright coming in there, but just arriving half a second too late. And catches her head on the right side of that ball, sending it wide. Now there's very nearly 4 minutes left on the clock here. These 4 minutes will be vital for the Eagles. They need another goal. They need a goal right now. That one played over the end line for a Thunder corner kick. Not the kind of play you want if you're the Eagles right now, and trying to just get that ball into the back of the net. They've been working hard in the second half, but unable to break down this back line. Tomic taking away most of these opportunities.
And as good as Shannon's been tonight, looking a bit shaky on crosses. If there's ever a time to score for the Thunder, it's now. Graber's going to look to whip this one in. Curling it in with her right foot. Sends it over near the penalty spot. Fought for by Max, but eventually cleared away by Smith. Graber trying to send it back into pressure, but cleared away by Leiter. Some frantic play here from the Eagles as Max gets on the end of it. Max coming through with the ball, moving up, still on offense is Max. Max looks in, finds Jen Corella, and Jen Corella just a foot off sides there. And a questionable call for Jen Corella.
I think Jen Corella came back from, I don't believe when she got the ball she was in an offsides position there, but just hovering right behind that back line and coming back. Good call by the assistant referee there.
Graber with the ball, moving inside, lots of speed. And a tackle is made, but the ball's still with the Thunder as Wolf controls. Here's Nicole Wright. Right on the overlap, moves inside. Baki now has it. Looking up for Nicole Wright is Baki. And unfortunately for Baki, playing it off her own leg there. Jamiso will take over, looking up for Allen. Here's Allen. Allen's trying to spin around Tomic, and same thing that just happened to Baki happens to Allen. Thunder will take over here. Just over 2 minutes left to go. Smith gets it off to the top goal scorer, Amundsen. Positive touch there from Villars. Villars moving inside. Tomic puts a tackle in and cleared away by Bailey Wolf.
Villars would have been better there, trying to link up with one of her other players there, but I think as the time winds down, she felt the urgency to need to do that on her own, but the Eagles would have had a great opportunity there. They would have just passed that ball wide.
Positive play here. Fatum has an overlap, and that's Graber, and lots of space. Graber cuts in. Graber can get a shot off, she does, and blasts it over the bar. And a disappointing finish there from Graber.
Graber there, frustrated with that one. She's shot that ball over a few times in this first and second half too, and unable to find the back of the net in the course of this entire game. Shannon taking away a good opportunity there just a few minutes ago here, but so clock expires to just a minute here in this second half. Got to think it's going to happen. It's got to happen now if you're the Eagles, but the Thunder there just owning possession here.
Ball trying to send in.
1 minute.
It's Baki,
1 minute
but it's
remaining in
cleared
the
away.
second half. 1 minute.
Sian will get on the end of it, sending it up to Jen Corella, who traps it. Tries to play it off of the defender. Smith on right. Wright gets to it first, and now here's Baki. Baki with Smith behind her. Ball's still in as Baki shielding it over there. Pokes it out wide to Nicole Wright, who crosses the ball in. That's a great ball sent in for Jen Corella. Wolf will get on the end of it. Wolf will try a shot, and that will sail far, far away from where it needed to go.
Still not bad if you're Wolf as the clock dwindles down even farther. Only 24 seconds remaining here. Quick goal kick there by Shannon, and the Thunder win this one back. It looks like the Thunder will win this game as 13 seconds here remain on the clock. Jen Corella there.
10.
Just
9,
holding the ball.
8,
That ball
7,
played all the way into the corner.
6, 5.
Jen Corella
4,
will hold.
3, 2, 1, 0.
And a good play there from Jen Corella, the
That is
substitute
gonna
to
be our
end this
final
game.
score.
1-0
Wheaton won, and
here
UW
for Wheaton,
Lacrosse,
extending
0.
their streak to 6-0 on the
Improves to
season.
6-0 on the season.
As
The
the
Thunder will next be
UW
in
Lacrosse
action
Eagles
here
fall to
on
4-3
Friday,
here
October
after an electric
4th,
game, a
homecoming
very, very
weekend when they
interesting game,
host
a
Illinois Wesleyan
1-0
University
victory
for
for the Wheaton
4:30
Thunder after a first-minute
p.m.
goal. So
kickoff. Our next game
all
here
of the
at
goals
Joe
coming
Bean Stadium
very
will
early
be
on in this
Tuesday
game,
night.
but overall,
The
Justin, I think a
men's
terrific
soccer
game
team
played
will
by
play
both
host to
sides.
University of
Yeah,
Chicago
fantastic game
for
by
a 7
both
o'clock
sides. I
kickoff.
think Wheaton was very clearly
thank you all
the
for
stellar
attending
team in
tonight's
this game, owning the
And
majority
remember, if
of
you're
the
driving,
possession, and as well as,
please
owning
take
the
your car.
shots and honestly getting the one goal that decided this match. Sometimes it's only one goal that you need, and the Thunder there not scoring the same magnitude that they have been in these past 5 games, but their record improves to 6-0 as the UW La Crosse Eagles fall to 4-3. I think it's something that's really nice to see as the Thunder go into conference play here very soon. You know, this solid 6-0 unbeaten record, that's something we haven't seen, like we mentioned earlier, in over 5 years. So I think if you're, you know, a Wheaton Thunder fan, it's something that to be very excited about.
Yeah, Wheaton about to go on a pretty tough road trip against Wash U, Loras, and U Chicago. We'll look to see if they can preserve that undefeated record. But overall, beautiful game tonight. Very fun from both sides. I'm Don Crowder alongside Justin Majeski. Thank you for tuning into the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network.
All right, we're going to send it down to the field actually quickly here for an interview with Pete Felsky and our very own Rusty Lindsay.
Thanks, Justin. Coach Felsky, obviously the score was pretty close. You guys dominated the opportunities for a lot of the game, but a 90-minute game decided in the first 53 seconds of the match. What did you think of your team's performance tonight?
You know, we're obviously having the same problems we had last year. Scoring enough to win, never enough to be comfortable. And it's always nice to have a lead that early in the game, but we should have built on it tonight a little bit more than we did. It's been a frustrating 6-0 start, if that's, and no one's crying for us, I get that, but we have to get better fast. So.
What do you clean up now as you go on the road for a pretty tough 5-game stretch here, starting with a rematch of last year's national quarterfinal game against Wash U?
Yeah, it's just going to be a battle. Every game with them is physical, hard fought, both really good, talented teams. We just have to finish. I think we're moving the ball well. We're just not finishing our opportunities. We do that and we're okay, but Wash U is not going to give us that many opportunities to score goals, but we have to find a way to finish more than one probably.
Obviously you want to see your defense travel well when you go on the road. What has your defense been doing well that's allowed only a 1 goal as the most you've allowed in a match so far this year?
You know, we're playing a lot of teams that are playing with 3 forwards, and we're only playing with 3 backs. They're doing a great job of just 1v1 marking and defending. They're winning balls. They're playing smart, they're working hard and communicating well, and if we can continue to do that, we'll be in every game defensively. But they're just a few tough players back there that are playing extremely well.
Coach, thanks for your time. Congrats on the win.
Thanks, Russ.
So again, Wheaton will head out on a tough 5-game stretch. They'll head out to Wash U in a rematch of last year's 2 losses for the Thunder. They'll head to Chicago, and then they'll also face a tough Hope squad and Elmhurst to start the CCIW as part of that 5-game swing, plus another tournament team in Loras. So this will be a pretty defining stretch for the Thunder coming up. However, they will go into that stretch with a 6-0 record after tonight's 1-0 victory over the UW La Crosse. For Don Crowder, Justin Majeski, I'm Rusty Lindsay. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Our next broadcast of Wheaton Thunder Soccer will come on Tuesday night. The Wheaton men's team hosting the University of Chicago at 7 p.m.